Watchers don't do, and doers don't watch. So let's get to it. Let's get it done. You step it up a notch. We can do it. We can get it done. 'Cause we're doers, and doers don't watch.
Crazy before we go live.
I mean, we are live. I was literally watching it as I'm like 3, 2, Ashton starts talking.
Oh, fuck.
Every time.
It's perfect. Look,
I'm
can't
pretty
bring
sure
tradition.
the recording just got something crazy before we go live.
Look, it's great. It's the only way to start.
Hey everybody, it's the Big Gay Dice Game, and we're back with Quest RPG. So 2 weeks ago, because 4th of July landed on a Tuesday, you all finished up Moon Manor. Did not defeat the big bad, however, murdered his wife. And ran like hell in a wagon. By the way, if people have not changed their names to character names, that'll probably be helpful for some people. I just have a master list. But that means we have a fairly fresh start. The group has now been formed. Some of you, well, 2 of you knew each other ahead of time. A few of you have links on why you should continue working together, but all of you have made a powerful enemy that may or may not be a vampire.
Probably not.
While
Oops.
Nissa, your doctor, well, you took doctor, but you're more like a druidy, nature-y kind of doctor, right, Mary? Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a couple weeks. But while Nissa, Mary ended up with a magic necklace stuck on her neck. Who
That's
would have
nice.
guessed
Weird.
that may or may not have an evil corruption on it?
Say the word, Bobby.
Oh, that Mary has the taint?
Yeah.
I mean, if she really owns it, it'll just become Nissa's taint. So,
Yay.
but you all have a wagon with a horse. You were fleeing in the night, just getting away from here. We open as the sun is rising, and you see a sign on the road saying that the town of Evermore is a mile from here.
I mean the fantasy LARP camp thing in
ChatGTP
or
named
the
it
or the
Evermore.
Taylor Swift album. You need to be specific.
I believe
She's very litigious. She will sue us.
I believe
you're right.
it is the fantasy, the same as the fantasy.
Okay, that's better. They don't have their shit together.
Because MOOR. I will also say ChatGTP.
Oh, that's unique. It's Evermore and Evermore is spelled the same. We're
Okay.
unique. We're fine.
Yeah,
Rachel
it's one
knows.
word, EVERMOOR.
Lawhead on the
Evermore.
case.
But yeah, there's a sign that says Evermore, 1 mile, because this may be a slightly European medieval fantasy, but we're just going to use US distances. Given that the area is surrounded by woods, I'm going to assume you guys continue on, because that's presumably a town. But again, I narrate, I do not dictate.
Well, I have been bit by a vampire, so I'm just kind of
Except you rolled amazingly to know everything about vampires, and you know you're not infected.
Yeah, we know you're okay.
Yeah, but still, I'm
Did it
still
heal you?
kind of. I don't think it'll kill me, right?
No, but do
No.
we need to heal you?
Oh,
And also, are you letting us know that you aren't infected, or are you leaning into it as red and making us think like weird things are happening to you in the middle of the night?
absolutely. I'm not telling you guys. I just
Okay.
don't think it's relevant. Do we, Bobby, when we get our AP back between sessions, right? Not
No, you do
HP?
not get your AP back, but you do get your
Oh, that's
HP
right.
back when
Oh.
you rest.
Yeah.
Okay. so we
Between
haven't-
session, when you finish
get
a
3
session,
right?
you get
at the end of
3
the previous
AP,
one.
That's
Mhm.
what it is. Okay.
and there is no
Okay.
cap to your action
Right.
points.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll be fine when we rest. I'm just
Yeah.
looking a little haggard.
Do we want
I
to
sleep?
rest?
Yeah, can I sleep? Can we sleep in the back of the wagon? Like,
mean,
is there enough room for us to
presumably.
kind of like?
Yeah. Can
I mean,
some
there's
of
a
us
comfy
drive?
cage back there with a like hay and stuff.
I'll just like put my hood up over my face and just kind of like lay down for a nap on the not in the cage.
In the not
Bobby,
cage.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's some bullshit, but I'm playing a
I'm
wizard,
used
so
to
you
it.
got to expect some
Yeah.
bullshit. So would we consider the wagon, like the covered part of the wagon, to be a room?
Yeah, it is like a circus wagon, or I mean, the actual term is this, even though it's a derogatory word, but it's a gypsy wagon. That's what they're known as. So full wood walls, wood roof. So there's a room inside.
Fantastic. So Theo, I think, is gonna go with red. They like lie down in the cage. And I think he like puts his staff down and like focuses, and like green energy moves from like the orb at the top of the staff into his like biceps. And
Nice.
I'm gonna cast bind. Well, gate, but I'm gonna do bind, which is you bind yourself to the room you're currently in. It must belong to you or a member of the party. So I got
Yes.
Alistra and Zarita. This is your circle. You may only bind yourself to one at a time. So because I did that, I can then cast gate, which is snap your fingers, and any willing party members nearby are instantly teleported to your circle. So I got us a get out of jail free card, baby.
Very good.
That's 1 AP minus for me, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's an investment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So that gate is set.
Oh, thank fuck.
yeah. So
And yeah, I
worth-
think like the green kind of like goes through the wood and like goes like through the floor and then up the walls and onto the ceiling and kind of like and it like glows for a second and then goes away. I was like,
So-
cast the spell.
just as a heads up, because we did a little bit, if you have less than half of your hit points, so if you're below 5 hit points, at any point you can regroup, which is kind of a short rest that'll bring you back up to 5. You do not go above 5 with regrouping. But then if you ever get a full night's rest, you get all your health back. Which honestly is kind of a brilliant way to do short rests where they can't be gamed. Because no matter what, like once you go below half health, you're never going to be above half health till you full rest.
I think you took 5 damage, right, Ash?
Yeah,
It looks like I
hit-
said I have 6 HP.
Oh,
Okay.
You
Oh
wanna
yeah,
do that
because I
one?
believe you got healed a little bit from our
Yeah.
doctor,
Yeah.
which is fine
So-
because at 5 it wouldn't heal anything anyways. So you all continue. Now that means we know that Theo inside. I'm going to assume Zarita is outside, being that you can be a bear. Is anyone else outside the wagon driving the wagon? Because there are people who will be
I'll
able to
probably
see
drive
things.
The
Right.
wagon.
So Zarita and Alestra outside are going to be the first to see Evermore. By the time you get there, because you've been going all night, the horse is probably somewhat tired. You're not running at a gallop, so a mile's going to take a little while. Definitely full sunrise. You come in. It's actually a quite beautiful little town, cobblestone streets, actual built shops. There's a couple fairly large buildings, like multi-story buildings in the town. But the two of you are going to notice one thing. It is well past sunrise, and you see no one outside.
Not too great for a traveling circus, I guess. Maybe not a good stop for us along the way.
You hear no sounds of business, no sounds of movement, no sounds of life.
This is creepier than the fortune teller's place.
Am I having any spidey senses?
You can sense supernatural or magic, correct?
I sense dead. If there are dead people here,
do.
I sense them.
You.
Is it a vampire town?
It is not a vampire town. You do not sense dead.
I
Okay.
know I'm not outside, but I do get a tingling feeling in my bones whenever I'm close to a powerful source of magic.
You start getting a tingling feeling. I was
Cool, I'm
confusing
gonna be
who
like,
had which. That's why I was
Hey
like,
Red. Hey Red, we should go out there. I think it's something bad.
Yeah, I'll go out.
Bruce kind of starts clicking his claws. I think that's how it manifests. Of like, he kind of starts like digging his feet into his like little legs into my shoulder and starts clicking his claws. And if
Does
I
it
don't
have,
notice,
like-
then he starts pinching my face.
Is he an emotional support lobster? Like the alert dog, like the alert lobsters of
Well,
like,
he's my
oh,
familiar. So
every
kind of.
familiar is an emotional support animal.
okay.
Yeah. He's kind of like also like my manifestation of kind of like some of my magic and like emotional like energy. So yes.
Also, wizards are just the neurospices of the fantasy world.
This wagon has like the ability, like windows, right? You can open like windows, like a normal one. Like,
They did
usually
have
they
it painted with signs because it's like a circus wagon, so
Oh.
it probably won't have side windows. There could probably be like
Okay.
one window on the door on the back and maybe like a sliding rectangular one to talk to whoever's driving.
You can paint over windows for sure. Anyway, well, if the wagons is the wagon still moving? Are we still moving? 'Cause
Until people stop it, it is still moving.
Going on, guys.
I think once we get like within a distance that we can start to tell that the town seems creepy, I feel like we'll probably slow down, probably
Okay.
stop and just because I was thinking about trying to investigate and like knocking on a door or something or
Yeah.
seeing if there was a
You
Like
can
a-
roll a d20 to see if
First
you
roll.
notice anything.
We're
First
gonna
roll,
go
do
towards-
we die?
We're gonna go
16.
towards the creepy
Yeah,
ghost
we
town.
16's a
Good
full
job.
success. So you're going to notice a few things.
Mm.
You see up ahead, it looks like there might be some people. You see some silhouettes of people up ahead, more because of the glinting of the water, because there's a fountain up ahead, probably the town square would be your guess. You do also see that from where that is, most of the buildings, medieval town, it's all going to be like one-story buildings and stuff. There are two flanking the left and right of what's presumably this town square, two-story buildings, as well as you'll catch off in the distance that there's a hill kind of nearby because there's woods and stuff all around here. You also look just beyond the town. There's a hill, and like the back end of a large house is kind of up on a cliff face, propped up there above the town. And that's a much larger, like a manor or something like that.
Okay. The silhouettes of people, do they look like they're like looking at us?
I mean, they might be staring at you. They're not moving.
Do they look like they're attached to a pole?
From
Like
here,
a
you just see
scarecrow.
silhouettes.
Okay. You said they weren't
Like,
moving,
in the
so
buildings.
No, up at town square.
yeah, they're just
Oh.
like chilling in the sun, like silhouetted by light in the back, and you can't
Oh my
really tell.
God.
I don't know.
I'm obsessed with you, Lonnie. The fact that you didn't go, oh, it's like a supernatural thing, like they're frozen in time. You fully went, they're all scarecrows, and I love that.
They're all mannequins. They're going to drop a bomb here any minute.
maybe they're frozen in time. That's actually a really great observation. I'm stupid.
No, and no negative
Do we
self-talk.
want
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
was
fine.
sitting there and that was my first thing of just like frozen scarecrow. Anyway,
Honestly, a town you come into and you realize everybody's propped up like scarecrows would be horrifying.
Yeah,
That's actually scarier than everyone frozen in time, because that means
Yeah.
somebody did it.
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, both
Oh.
things are somebody did it, probably. I would think.
God could have done everything, so.
Which ones? You got to be specific,
there?
Red.
Oh, I did not speak. That was all
We've
Ashton.
we've
Oh.
established this. At this point, it's now Loki in disguise.
What do we want to do? Do we want to investigate the silhouettes?
Or the big house on the hill that seems like it's
Yeah, which is
different from the
closer? Are
rest.
they like
The
opposite
town
directions?
square is going to be much closer. Like, you guys were already kind of heading towards the center of town because you were going through
Town
town.
square, then another big. I mean, we already slayed one manor, right, guys?
I mean,
what's another one on the roster?
Ugh, maybe that's
Every
our
week
thing.
there's going to be a new manor. It's like
I'm all
somebody
about
with a
not
real
eating the
estate.
city, but let's do some
We're
murder
eating
hoping.
the rich. Come on.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
real estate schemes to Scooby Doo as manners to you
I'm
guys.
down to steal their magical items and then redistribute them. That's like very in my ethos.
Alestra starts sharing a story about the time she robbed an entire city of all of their riches. It's
Theo
definitely not
listens,
true,
captivated, and takes notes.
but
And I'm sitting there in the background, just like nodding, like showing, like it's true. Yeah.
She's just stating the third act from the D&D movie.
does that
I
exist?
that
literally
character
watched
disappears?
that yesterday.
I
So he
haven't
doesn't
seen
come
it
back. He just goes. He walks away, and in a straight line. You say?
I'm glad I've now seen that movie.
It's a great
I
movie.
just saw it.
It's
I
a
just saw it. I
surprisingly
need to
good
see
movie.
it.
My mom really enjoyed it, and she doesn't know how to play this game at all. So
With the figures, maybe we should check those out first before we go inside of another place outside of nature, which
Yeah.
takes like two of us out of our element.
There's also like you're
Yeah,
in
yeah.
town streets right now. It's surrounded by forest.
Also,
The manor
there's a
is up
fountain.
on top of a hill, which means you got to go through some forest to get to the manor. You see like the back end of it. It's kind of like a house built on a cliff. Very lemony snickets.
Also, if we go to the town center, I heard there was a fountain there, and that's the most likely that I'll ever be able to use my one water ability
oh,
to make
Oh,
someone breathe
that's-
if they want to swim in the fountain.
That's very fun.
Yeah, it's one
I
of the
wanna
things I
swim
needed to
in
get
fountain.
to just up the animal what I don't remember what it's called.
Well, you know,
Animal
me
form
and Bruce,
shapeshifter.
me and Bruce are very down to go play in the water.
There we go. More likely that'll happen if we go to the town square first. I like how you all think.
The figures are like next to are in the town square.
The town square's like 2 blocks ahead of you. So you're just seeing
Oh.
like silhouettes from a distance at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And like you can kind of
Ah.
guess. You see that there's definitely a large fountain there. And to the left and right of where the fountain is are the biggest buildings in
Got
town.
it.
So presumably it's town square.
Okay. I look at everyone and then I kind of like touch my nose and I turn invisible for a second and then I come back and be visible again. And then I
Very-
shrug.
Can
Oh,
you do that for
rad.
longer periods of time? Because if that's what you're trying to say, then yeah.
Ashton,
Yeah, I
this
know.
character can talk to people.
Oh, I know.
Ashton may
It's
or may
more
not
fun to
have a
play
character
charades.
cursed by Fae that cannot communicate to anyone at this point.
She chooses not to as of right now.
She summoned
She said
Titania, and when Titania asked her questions, she decided to be completely silent, so Titania gave her silence.
Which I
it's
still
like
think was a
Titania.
big move on my part.
Like, not observed,
yeah.
not heard, not nothing.
Yeah, I'll oh, do I get all my HP back by the way? Does that count as a full rest?
If you like rested overnight, yes. which we
Did
can
we?
say it's a new look. We're doing Saturday morning cartoon rules. It's a new episode. This is not a two-parter anymore. Everybody's got full
Okay,
HP.
Yeah, half of us left, and then in the end, some drove, and then the other half.
And I'm pretty sure
Okay,
the
cool,
person
cool.
who got chomped on by a vampire is one of the ones that slept. Like, that's
Okay, cool.
fair.
Okay, then when we get close enough, I will go go invisible, and I'll try to like, if everyone's chill with it, I'll like try to sneak.
Yeah.
To
Now, does it
see-
cost
get a
you
better look
points
at
to go
silhouettes.
invisible, I assume?
It does.
Okay.
It takes me 2, but is it okay if I did it for half
The
a
one when you were
second
like,
just to
hey, can
show
I go
people?
invisible? I was going to say it could be free. That's,
Okay,
That's
yeah,
just
it was just like
flavor.
a quick, yeah,
yeah.
Flavor.
Lava.
yeah, but it's 2 to go invisible.
Oh, yeah. I got to make a
Um,
Flavor Town adventure.
No.
Yeah,
Stop.
you do.
I'll do it.
Ooh,
I'm-
I went to this thing in New York called Fantasy Tavern, which is like a one-night Ren Fest, and there was on the Fae night, there was a guy who was dressed as Guy like Fieri, but like he had like big wings, and he was dressed like
He's Guy Fairy.
I
He was
hate
Guy
it.
Fieri.
I hate it.
It was
That's a
so
great Halloween
amazing.
costume. That's great.
I mean, I am now going to make a fairy named Guy because that actually is a good pun.
Okay, so I still cast a shadow,
Hmm.
but the shadow disappears when I'm still. So if I'm
Okay.
moving, that's the only time I cast a shadow. And then common folk
Interesting.
and minions won't notice you passing by unless you make a lot of noise. If you attack while invisible, the cape deactivates and you become visible again.
I love that it's commoners and minions, which means bosses will still just be like,
Yeah.
no. Oh my, it
Yeah.
literally is what Titania put on you because gods
Yeah.
can still see you, but no one else can.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I'm gonna like try to get a better look at silhouettes or just see
Okay.
if I see anything.
As you get closer, you see what appears to be several dozen people in the middle of going and moving about their daily business in town square. Again, it's the center of the town. This is where like people were washing their clothes in the fountain, people were selling goods, all of that. The description, the heart of Evermore, where the heroes initially witnessed the townsfolk frozen in place.
Great. Okay.
They're all perfectly set. In fact, just to make it even more interesting, when you get in there, you can, while you're invisible, another thing that's going to give you away is your breath will be visible because the center of town drops like 30 degrees as everyone's coated in like a layer of ice.
Oh, they're literally frozen.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna make them literally frozen.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I might be able to. Okay.
Now you will also be able to
Oh, I'd love to
see
try something.
that there's a building to the left and to the right that are the bigger
Mhm.
buildings. There's smaller shops and stuff and all of that. You see to the left, it appears to be a tavern with a sign that says the Whispering Grove. And that's going to be noticeable because as you get closer, you can see in the window, while the windows themselves are kind of frosted from the temperature difference, the flickering of a fire in there. The one to the other side, I will call on you in a second, Rachel. I saw the nose poke. To the right is this large 2-story, it looks like ancient brick building where the second floor has a circular stained glass window that appears to be like glyphs and sigils. Are you gonna go
That
back and
place seems
report,
bad.
or are you gonna go?
I would like to just the closest person to me. Can I try to like touch them and see what happens?
Yes, you can. Roll a
I just
d20.
wanna, like, poke them. Fuck. A D20?
Yeah, everything's d20. That's the only dice you roll in this game.
I forgot. I thought it was 2D6s. I
That's
forgot what
fair.
they
We
were
play a
playing.
lot of apocalypse system
You
games.
need to clip that. That's incredible.
A d20?
it's,
That's so
a
much. That's so many
There's a-
D.
It's a good old 3.
Oh no.
Why?
Oh
Red's
no.
frozen. Red's
You
just
might as
frozen
well
and
enroll
invisible,
in
and
Red.
you'll
Is
never
a-
be able
no.
to find them.
Is that the
So-
same D20 you used from the last time you were supposed to get rid of that?
No, it's a different one, but I'll get a new one. None of my D20s are good. I have a lot of lucky
So-
D6s, but none of my 20s.
That is a complete failure,
That is.
Utter
which
failure.
means as you touch it, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to yell or say whatever you
Yeah.
want, because the ice begins immediately crawling up your arm, so you can't even pull your arm away. 5.
Help! Frozen! And then I'm going to take off my hood.
As you're pulling your hood, it gets halfway up and just frozen.
I swear to God.
I do, however, whatever happens, the invisible. I don't know if it freezes, but I'm only invisible for a minute.
Okay.
So
it
but I
didn't
don't
get
know
all the way up, so it's not.
Uh-huh.
You're not invisible.
Okay. Okay.
You all hear this being shouted.
I would like to get over there, and as soon as I see a body, I would like to use an ability I have.
Okay. What is the ability?
Here's
you
the
have?
thing. I have to touch it.
Okay. What's the ability?
It's called Diagnose. I touch a creature extending my senses to diagnose a mysterious disease, spell, or curse. I must
Are
guess,
you touching
correctly guess.
Red or one of the townspeople?
It depends. Is Red fully covered yet?
By the time you get up there, yes. However, we will say, since you already get diagnosing, Red's eyes are still moving around.
Oh no, I hate it.
Okay, I'll do Red since I don't think it's fully set yet, and I
Yeah.
don't think it might transfer as horribly. But I would like to do that because
All right.
it's like a whole like Wheel of Fortune ability, basically.
Roll with advantage. Because Red is
Okay.
not fully set.
Not fully set. Still got a little bit cementing to go.
It's got a cure.
Can I blink? Or just move
No.
my eyes? Can't even use Morse code?
Even that, like your eyes are slowing as like the liquid around your eyes is freezing.
Can I just say this is a very bad time for
God.
me to not have the skill called Burn? That I can
that is
literally
an
blow
11.
hot air, creating scorching
Okay,
winds
and
that swirl
11's
around the
a
nearby
full success. You don't have to make any choices. You're fine.
Okay.
Now, what does diagnose give you?
All right, here we go. So, I must correctly guess the entire name of the affliction. If I guess wrong, spell fails, and I must spend an AP to try again. Guide will give me a number of blanks to fill in that shows how many words are in the name and how many letters in each word. I must start by guessing letters that appear in the name. If I guess a correct letter, the guide will reveal every space that letter fills. You have up to 6 incorrect letter guesses.
Oh my
before the
god, you
spell
play
fails.
Wheel of Fortune!
I was gonna say,
I
I'm
said it was
like,
Wheel of Fortune.
You meant literally.
Wheel of Fortune.
Literally, like guess that illness, and
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like
Time for Bobby to be
I'm-
Vanna White.
Yeah, I want to play along. I like this game. I like
Hold
Wheel of Fortune,
on.
so I'm just gonna. I want to play. I just want to play.
and then basically I know about it if I can guess the name.
We should all play Wheel of Fortune one day. Just a stream where we only do Wheel of Fortune.
As long as we can
Wait,
do
that
one
would
where
be
we
so
play
fun.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that we should have like a classic like TV game show like stream or something. That would be really fun.
That
All
would be
right,
fun.
so I
got a
start by
hiatus,
telling
that'd be
you how
dope.
many words it is or total
How many-
spaces.
How many words and how many letters in each word?
Okay, I want to double check. Okay, this really sucks when you have dyslexia,
I'm so sorry.
but I love the concept.
This is so fun. This is everything I've ever wanted.
All right. I'm doing this in Discord because it's easy to update.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
The dash is the space between words.
Okay.
So if you get a letter and it's not in there, it completely ends everything.
I have 6 incorrect guesses before it fails.
Oh, okay.
Did you only
And
send
then
to
if it
Mary?
fails, I can
No,
spend another
I put it
AP
in
to
podcast
get...
chat. Sorry,
Oh,
I'll put
okay.
it in the Quest RP chat.
No, it's chill.
No, there we go.
Cool. Thank you. Interesting. Okay. Okay, hold on.
So guess a letter. I
E.
love this for diagnose. Like,
This is really good.
but this also means like the GM really should never be a dick and like add like it's a disease named after an NPC you've never met or heard of.
Second word is taint.
It's always taint.
Frozen taint. That's what it is. This is the whole spell.
But is there an E?
There is.
Where?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Sorry, I get so excited.
It was the best day of my life.
All right, 1, 2.
Can't be
3,
frozen taint.
4,
Too
5.
many letters in the first word, unfortunately.
What if you use a bunch of N's? So it's like frozen.
No.
taint.
Frozen taint.
Oh yeah. Just to add
Updating.
flavor.
This one spell is going to now be half of the session.
Yep.
I apologize.
But you know
Look.
what? It's
No,
where
I love
everyone
it.
can see, so we can all work together. It's like I cast diagnose mini game.
That's and the way you do it. That's like the only E in there, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, want to double check? I believe it's the only E. It is the only E. Yes, because I have to reveal where all of that letter is.
Okay.
So there is one E close to the middle
Taint
of the
is still
first
looking
word.
good.
I.
I. All right.
Uh-huh.
There is an I.
Thank you, Vanna.
The I is in the second word because it's taint.
Yeah,
It's taint.
it's gotta
It's
be
always
taint.
taint. Everything
You're
goes back
about
to the
to
taint.
all be. I mean, look, the taint connects a lot of things.
Look.
Damn it!
All right. It's not taint, guys.
Damn it! Fuck you, Bobby.
And I did spell check first to make sure I didn't misspell a word because, you know, dyslexia.
Oh, it's 2 words.
Yeah, the dash is
words.
where it separates the 2 words.
Okay, but it's not like a hyphenated word. It's just 2
No,
separate
no.
words.
I just did
Okay,
that
cool.
so you can clearly see where the words separate.
Rad.
So there is an I. It is also in the first word, which means it is not taint.
Okay. T.
All right. That. There are 2 T's.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. It's taint spelled backwards. Wait, it starts with a T and ends with a T. It could still be taint for.
It doesn't start with a T.
No, taint does.
All right. So both words end with a T.
Dude.
N.
N?
Yep.
Double checking. Bah.
Huh.
Are we allowed to
Alright,
suggest letters or no?
Mary makes the final choice, but like you guys can tell Mary whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
S?
Yeah, that's the next one I was thinking of.
Mm.
So S, give me an S.
I'm not gonna give you an S. I'm gonna give you a 2.
Oh,
Wonder if the second word is frost. Give me frost.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. Okay.
I like frost for that second one.
the next one I was
that
thinking
has
of
to
was
be-
R.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest R next.
R.
like R.
All right. There is an R.
Woo!
Come on.
You also got to think about words, letters you've used, which means you know that they're not going to appear again.
The only one we haven't gotten so far is N, right?
Yeah, and
Right.
is
Yeah,
your
N
only
is the
incorrect.
only
Okay,
fail.
great.
I've got 5 incorrects before I have to spend another AP.
Okay, so
Dude,
it's
I
not
didn't-
frost because there's 2 spaces after the R between
Oh.
the ST.
It wasn't initially.
wait.
That's why I was saying this.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
It did not delete
Okay.
the
was like, it
space
can't- I
like
was
it
gonna
was
say.
supposed to. I had to put a space between each underline, and I must have deleted the space instead of the underline.
Hey, it's okay. We're working with it.
We got
Okay.
it.
Okay, so it
Okay.
probably is frost.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's go-
Yeah, I'm guessing
okay.
it's Frost.
Yeah, but what's
So
the
what?
first one?
What letter do you
It's an
want to use?
adjective.
Because
wanna-
RST,
letters.
LNE are like the most popular.
Oh,
Uh,
maybe that might give us a clue to the first
Like if you
half.
think that if
No.
you think this is frost, you can go
It
for
just is-
letters here in case they're in the other one.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we.
Oh, I'm still thinking it's Wheel of Fortune, so it's like a risky to spin, but I guess
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
not,
say,
is it?
like, it would have been really funny if mechanically they're like, and you spend an action point to buy vowels.
Honestly, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, it's free, but you spend an action point for every vowel.
Oh, rough.
I guess we could try O and see if there's any, because like we've used like that'll be it should maybe show some more stuff.
Mhm.
I'm thinking
So which letter are you going with? O, you said?
let's go O.
Okay. Because at the very least, that's also going to eliminate those letters for the other word.
Yeah.
So, like, now you know there's no O's in the first word.
That's.
Okay.
You
I
want to
think.
try A?
Well, I do think that the before IST, I think it might be an L,
Ooh. I like,
Like-
L.
something E-list.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Mary
Yeah,
has
Well,
final
and L
say.
is like one of the most popular letters. I'll go with an L.
All right. There is an L.
This is so much fun.
I really like it.
However,
Oh,
It's not where we think it is.
it's not where we think it is.
Oh,
fuck!
Alchemist Frost.
Oh!
Oh,
is that what
Is
you
that
think it is, Mary? Once you make the
We don't
guess,
have
the
to.
guess
We
is
don't
the
have to.
guess.
yeah. I'm gonna do an A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
I just do a lot of crosswords. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's
No,
No, like
valid.
literally. Thank you, because I had a dentist appointment today, and my brain is just like crap. So I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I think it's Alchemist Frost.
Yeah, I did too.
yeah.
All right, so you're officially guessing Alchemist Frost?
No, I'm gonna be safe and guess.
Yeah. No, thank you, Mary, for hedging your bets.
You
But I'm
had
really proud of
5
myself.
wrong answers
very
in
proud
4
of you.
slots. So what letter do you want to go with next?
Let's go with F, just because to get that out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
get
guys are
that F
pretty
on out
confident
there.
about Frost.
Could you imagine if it was like Trost or
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
Frost.
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 We find out that it's Alchemist. It's just not Frost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Rad. Nice, guys.
A. All right. C.
Mm.
See? All right.
Almost an hour in and we've
And we're playing Wheel of Fortune, y'all. Like,
I am having the time of my life.
I love this. This is exactly where I needed to be today.
Hey,
Hey.
give me an H.
Oh, she said, I'm not naming this. We're going.
No,
once she gets it
no.
wrong, she has to spend action points to make more guesses.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
What if it's
M,
because you touch it, it was actually Alkafist?
right?
Stop.
Don't threaten me with a good time,
We already
Bobby.
guessed an F.
But it
though,
couldn't
didn't
be
we?
fist because there's
Yeah,
one
'cause-
F in
Yeah, we
frost.
already guessed F.
Yeah, true.
It could be alchemist. Or wait, no, that is what I'm saying.
That's what it is,
Ignore me
darling.
today. My brain is just gone.
Alchemist's Frost.
Hey.
Yes. I think that's canon. I think Theo actually like does guess it, but then Nissa spends like another 5 minutes diagnosing.
Hey, Sarah guessed Frost.
Which is fair,
That's-
because it's not actually a disease. It's a condition caused by a magical potion.
Yeah, Theo recognizes like an alchemist's signature,
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, it's Alchemist Frost. However, this strain appears to... Alchemist Frost would be similar to like Alchemist Fire, which, let's be honest, Alchemist Fire is just napalm. By the way, if you ever want to do the meanest thing ever in a game of D&D, you send a suit of animated armor at your enemy, at your players. It's not the animated armor they worry about. You've smuggled a keg of black powder in its chest and hang a vial of alchemist fire from the inside of the helmet. So as soon as they hit it hard enough or knock it down, it falls and then explodes.
That's
I
just
get
not even
worried
fun.
when you tell us about this because
Oh,
I'm
I've
like,
done it.
these are the
I've already
things that
done it
he'll-
in a game.
No. I know, but I get worried when you tell it because these are the things that he's telling us.
He's got to
not
one up
what-
himself.
I know, exactly.
Oh, I actually had 2 of them sent, and we were playing Dragon Heist, so they owned their own
God.
tavern, and it
no.
happened in their tavern. So it blew up like half of their first floor of their tavern.
Of course it did, because everyone has to suffer.
To be fair, it's because they threatened a Lord of Waterdeep, so he sent them like to essentially give a summons of like back the fuck off. So if you would just let them leave, fine. But they decided to, you know, be players about it.
Yeah, that tracks.
But yeah, Alchemist Frost normally hits one person, freezes them. This seems to be contagious. And more
really? I didn't
importantly,
notice.
since you can see everything, it the reason you were getting so much glimmer from the water is the water's frozen because someone who was infected, or possibly it came from the water, was in contact with the water, so
Ah.
all the water in the town is frozen, and if you touch it, you freeze.
I don't get to use my water breathing spell this
Yeah,
time.
I'm sorry. I was really worried because I wrote that, and then I'm like, you're like, I get to use my water breathing. I'm like, please don't, you'll die.
At least we figured it out pretty easily. I thought everyone was scarecrows though, so if I had just kept going on believing that, then we would have been screwed. Anyway.
So is Red freed or are you still frozen?
That's diagnosed what's wrong with
Yeah.
Red.
Okay.
You go.
No, I have a
Um,
different I had a different idea for I have speak, which lets me speak silently into the mind of a nearby creature.
You could do
And I
that.
was
You could
thinking
do that
about
with
maybe
any
doing
of
that to
these
one of
people.
the frozen people, but I want to find
Ah.
like a specific person who looks maybe like they might have like information or something. And
So
for now,
I'm
think we can
actually
deal
going
with-
to say
I want to deal with Red most because it
I'm
costs
going
an
to
AP
say,
and I want to save it.
Theo, you would be more aware of this than Red. Of the symbols that were on that circular stained glass window of the other area are arcane symbols for library.
Ooh.
Instinctively, Theo just starts walking towards it.
This character can read.
Again, I'm so mad I don't have burn in this exact moment. It doesn't even hurt. It doesn't even do damage. It just makes them uncomfortable. But I think from being frozen, it would be okay.
I mean, I could just smash them open with this.
No.
We don't know what that would do to them
Not.
if they
Uh,
shatter.
Oh,
Bobby-
yeah, that's fair. They
Bobby,
could shatter, I guess.
do these frozen people are they all in like a position where like some of them are touching each other?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks
Just-
like some of them are holding cups.
Okay.
Some are touching others.
Mm.
But see, if I walked in, it's like they're all frozen and some of them are touching each other. You all would have been
Yeah.
giggling.
Yes. yeah, I would.
We would have
The
been
whole
giggling
taint
anyway.
episode.
They're
Look.
rock hard, but for different reasons than you'd think.
Look, Bobby's the one that started this. I just continued it. I decided I'm gonna take over the taint this week.
Excuse me, we need to be accurate. It is a dark taint.
It's a dark taint.
It's been all sorts of taints, is all I'm saying.
Now it's a
All the
It's been a
cold taint.
multitude of taints.
A cold taint. Hate to see it.
Whole taint isn't very sexy. Gotta be
No,
honest.
you hate to see it.
No, last one was
scary.
vampires. Vampires are sexy. This is science. Science isn't sexy, it's
That
accurate.
vampire was not sexy. He was
How
not sexy. Nothing about him was
dare
sexy.
I think he was sexy.
You have a problem.
Ashton, you think
everything is
The
sexy.
notebook that I literally wrote my things for the Wheel of Fortune literally have science notes in them.
I love it.
Science is very sexy. How dare you?
Science is
Question
sexy.
about the Alchemist Frost. For
Yes.
red, would this be considered a short-term impairment?
because it hasn't fully set? Yes.
All right, as soon as I can, I would like to cast heal
Yes.
Oh yeah.
to let's remove that since it
We'll
hasn't
say
set
like
yet.
within the first 10 minutes, it's a short-term impairment. After that, it is fully set. I know it took us way longer than 10 minutes to figure out Wheel of Fortune, but that's player time. I love that your ability has a mini game.
I love it. A lot of the doctor stuff has that. It's great.
So cool.
I want to play this game
Like
forever.
that kind of stuff is why I love games like Monster of the Week, where like you get to investigate, but it doesn't just give you answers. It goes, you get to ask this many questions, like actually making you think and figure stuff out. All right. So does it take any roll? I don't believe so. For your heal, right? It just costs action points.
Yep, just cost action points. 2 action points.
All right. You're able to it hasn't fully set for red, so you're able to thaw them.
Oof. I just pat Nissa on the back.
What do you all want to do? Theo is aware that that is a library, being marked with arcane sigils, so probably an arcane library, and there is also a tavern with the glow of a fire inside.
Alcohol is safe, so
Possibly.
it doesn't freeze.
Unless that's hell where everything is burning, and then this is the cold part of town. And we avoid the two extremes.
I
The
will
two
say,
afterlives.
Is there like
Uh,
a heat miser, frost
anyone
miser?
who has been traveling for some time would know when water isn't safe to drink, especially at times like this, your best alternative is alcohol.
Oh man, good thing I have this flask.
I mean, I guess it's any spirit, so I guess you could have like low proof alcohol. But like, why?
That's so true.
Can we just like light a torch and slowly melt them?
I'd love to try other stuff first.
Especially since
Just like
if she
as a
said this is
pinky.
alchemist, like I don't know if we know that it's gonna react normally to.
Yeah, I'd love to go check.
Thanks.
I share the library thing, I realized.
Yeah.
I think I'd love to go maybe check out the library and maybe use my sense magic, my just like latent sense magic. I don't know if I can totally of just like see if I can get a bigger tingle in my bones near anybody like in particular to see if I can like sense out a powerful magic user who's been frozen
That
to use
is
my speak
fair.
most effectively.
That is actually fair.
Yeah, 'cause
So
it just says you get a gentle tingling feelings in your bone whenever you're near a powerful source of magic. You're aware that magic is in the area, but it's not its location or nature. I can spend an AP if you want me to know that lets me
Yeah.
get them. I'll spend an AP. Fuck it.
all right. So this
Talk myself into
imposing
that one.
2-story building constructed from ancient stone and adorned with intricate carvings of mythical creatures exudes an aura of wisdom and knowledge that beckons all who seek the pursuit of learning and discovery.
Fuck. Yeah, Theo goes towards that, Bobby.
Yeah. I mean, that again, I'm trying a new thing where like I'm giving a prompt in the chat GTP to like give me a bunch of options, and then I take one of the things chat GTP made and use that as part of the thing to like make an adventure. And then when it gives me locations, I use that as the prompt for the location. And yeah, I have like a very big adventure here that took me like a half hour. It's kind of amazing.
No.
But yeah, so it's
Why is it always a
tall
library
double.
with me, Bobby?
What's that?
Why is it always a library?
I mean, I did say
That's why
magical.
Ember was illiterate.
So there's tall double doors. The second you go in there, though, you immediately get overcome by a hushed tranquility that envelops the library's interior. Sunlight is streaming in through tall arched windows, casting a gentle glow upon polished oak shelves that line the walls, brimming with countless books, scrolls, and manuscripts. The air carries a faint scent of aged parchment and the faint whispers of knowledge that seem to linger between the pages. I really did just make Theo's happy place. The library's main hall, which is what you would enter, boasts its description a soaring ceiling adorned with intricately painted celestial mural depicting constellations and cosmic wonders.
Fuck, Bobby.
The robots know about you, Rachel.
They know.
They know, and they made this for
They're
you.
coming.
Soft padded chairs and reading nooks are scattered throughout the hall, providing cozy spots for visitors to immerse themselves in the vast knowledge contained within the library's extensive collection.
I don't know. Is there like a wisdom save I can roll to like be able to leave this building? Because I don't know if Theo's
It's just a
gonna want
D20.
to.
It would just be a D20.
No.
But since you spent the point, because the next thing that would have been difficult
14,
if
that's
you
fine.
didn't spend the action point to know the location
Yeah.
is a labyrinthine network of corridors branches out from the main hall, leading to specialized sections dedicated to various subjects. But you don't have to worry about that. It's labyrinthine because you have this going on. But yeah,
Yeah, I have a
we
little
will
sensor.
say in like
My fingers, the end of my finger is just glowing green
Yeah.
like ET.
we will say you're going to see kind of a directory when you first get up, almost like a mall kiosk directory, pointing in directions of arcane lore, historical chronicles, botanical studies, and maps of unexplored lands.
I guess what was the first one?
Arcane lore.
I guess that one.
All right. Heading that way, you find, well, actually, just beyond that, because it would be at the heart of the library. So when you go and wind, it's actually take you to the dead center of the library where there's a raised platform where a wise, respectable female elder with a crown of silver hair is sitting behind kind of this tall librarian's desk with this ever stretching column of a card catalog behind her going all the way up into the soaring ceiling. She is holding what appears to be a teacup And still in her hand is a tea bag as one finger was testing the water, and she's
Oh.
frozen.
I think I like look at her and I
Oh.
keep Bruce from touching her.
I will also note it does have special notes about the lighting. It is lit from elegant crystal chandeliers that hang from the ceiling, casting a warm, inviting glow over the library's quiet sanctums. It's all lit by magical crystals.
That's so beautiful. Can I look in the card catalog for Alchemist Frost to see if I can figure out exactly where like information on this particular thing might be?
Roll with advantage.
Fuck yeah. Theo worked in a library. Come on now. He absolutely was like an apprentice to
Oh
like
yeah,
a
if I could
magical
give you double
librarian.
advantage, I would.
Okay, 14.
Yes. Also, just
got a
for
2
the
and a
sake
14.
of it,
14.
so I'm not reading because it made a long ass description for this. For your enjoyment later, there is the full description of the library.
Oh wow.
So you said a 14.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's full success level. There are, that would be in the alchemy section. And the books on Alchemist Frost, as well as several other Alchemist books, are currently checked out by, let me pull this up. Oh, there it is. By a Corvus Blackthorn.
And there's only one copy of that particular.
Yeah,
like,
they're
of
not going to
those
have.
books.
The thing is with this library is it does not have duplicate copies of anything.
Gotcha.
But this is a massive library of this size, and there is not a single duplicate in this collection.
Are there any other, like, even if those books are checked out, like, are the books that are near it still available to see if maybe I could, even if it's not on Alchemist Frost, but like alchemical compounds?
A bunch of alchemical books were checked out, but probably not everything they carry. There's a lot that they carry.
I think Theo will go see what he can find and then probably head back to the group and share what he found if y'all didn't come with me.
All right. Ash, you do not get to say block moss. But yeah. So while we will say you do this while Red was being thawed, because that probably would have taken some time. So we get back and Theo returns.
I just point to the tavern.
What? Yeah? Do we
All
want to
right.
go?
I just start walking into it.
I
If
share
no one
my
stops me.
information as we walk there. Looks like we should be on the lookout for a Corvus Blackthorn.
How would we know him?
He might be an alchemist. He checked out the book on alchemical frost.
Sarah's just gonna say, I really, really hope he's a giant bird.
Me too.
Do you think
Let me
he's the
add
one at the
notes
top of the
to
hill?
Corvus Blackthorn. Giant
I mean,
bird.
Do you think
man.
he's just that mysterious scientist that's like up in the castle on
That-
the top of the hill, just
I mean-
studying away
Possible.
until he can come and save the day, but not a second earlier?
I mean, we have a giant building on top of a hill. If that's not where we're gonna end up going, I will
Riot.
It's definitely on
I
the
will
list.
I'll eat some leaves.
Look, we want a campaign full of tropes, so I let AI write it. Expect the median for most
Did
of
you hear?
this.
Did it sound like Sarah was complaining, or did it
No.
sound like Sarah was saying, "Hey, there's obvious that's the obvious thing. Does she want to go to the obvious thing? No, she's down for them checking out the tavern,
Yeah.
which I'm sure is full of more frozen people.
Now, I will also note you did see that it appeared the librarian was in there, and like you said, you do have the ability to speak to these people, so that is something you can go do as
Oh.
well.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'll
Do you guys
that.
want to split up? And some get.
I mean, we already did because I went in the library room by myself, right?
Yeah.
Can I say that I did that before I came back out?
Sure.
Alestra's just like staring at people without like looking, like touching them. Like she's getting as close as she possibly can and just like trying to see what their face looks like to see if it looks stupid.
I mean, it's not like a thick coat of ice. They all kind of just look like Twilight vampires in the sun.
Why?
I hate that. I don't like it. I want to kill them all now.
That's why. But yeah, does it cost you anything to do this communication? I believe it does. Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 3 AP right now. I'm keeping track.
Yeah, I assumed.
Wizard, baby. And this I can do. Spell slots are too complicated. This I can do.
Yeah, this is rad. And it's the same for everybody, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you want to try and
yeah, I want to try to speak to the librarian.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Theo Wise Whisper. I'm a wizard, and I wanted to ask if you know what happened here.
Given the state of my body, I assumed you were a wizard, given your ability to communicate, but it is nice to see another student of the arcane arts has found their way to Evermore. All I know is I was testing the temperature of my tea, making sure it wasn't too cold, when, well, I became too cold.
Yes, it seems like...
Oh, also, I apologize. I am Ilara Windrider. Welcome to Windrider's Library.
It's an honor to be here.
It is an honor to have you.
It seems like there's been a case of some alchemist frost. I was looking for the books on it, but it looks like they've been checked out by a Corvus Blackthorn. Do you know who that is?
Ah, yes, Corvus. He lives in the manor up on the hill.
I thought maybe.
Occasionally late on returns, but always pays the fees, and very sorry. He just becomes absent-minded from time to time.
Is he also a wizard or an alchemist?
Alchemist.
My dear, when you're in the studies long enough, you pick up more than one discipline.
Exactly.
But yes, I would presume he was venturing off into new fixations.
So alchemy was new.
Just the last couple years.
Sure. Was he a bit of a misanthrope, or was he generous and kind like you?
Corvus, oh, I thank you, dear. Corvus is a good man. He had a troubled youth, as many wizards do in their early years fell to dark magic, but those are behind him. He came out to Evermore for peace, as many of us do. He has not brought any ill will to our town in many years.
Interesting. Well,
I know how it may seem, the wizard up on the hill, but that is the life we live, and many of us do not understand. Once anyone finds out you have a history with darkness, they refuse to believe you've moved on.
I understand. I will. It's a bit of a pact of mine that I need to venture forth and try to solve some problems with kindness. So I will try to venture forward and figure out what's gone on here.
What a beautiful pact to be made. Another word for kindness is understanding, and understanding is simply seeking knowledge. It is what wizards should aspire to do. Now, if you help us, because I presume you do not have a solution, but I am proud of you for coming to me already knowing what has happened. And while I would typically help and look up what I can, I'm a bit indisposed. But if things go well, I will make sure to fill out the application for a library card, dear.
Thank you.
Windrider Library is home to anyone who seeks knowledge, as long as they are willing to use it kindly. Yeah, I did kind of let the AI accidentally give you guys like a home base location, so
That's cool.
if you can save this town, this can be a town you guys work out of, or at least a
Oh, I
place you can
love
always
it.
come back to. All right. Now, everybody else who was going into the tavern. We got a couple minutes before we go to break, but the Whispering Grove. You come in and there is only a handful of people here. But immediately, a little girl with pigtails and like a romper holding a straw-filled doll runs up to you. There's more of them moving. Maybe everybody's thawed. And begins trying to like push past you to run outside to see if everybody's okay.
I want to catch her as
I have
quickly as I can.
I have intercept, so I can.
Good. Yeah. Yoink.
Fucking body slam this girl.
It says like I
For
can
your
attack
safety.
someone to intercept the attack, but basically I'm just blocking her path instead.
You got a body slammer, man.
I don't think it's safe quite yet. We just came to town. We're trying to figure out how to help, but you should probably stay in here until things are better.
And coming out from the back, holding a couple servers' trays piled with food, only about 3.5 to 4 feet tall, is this round-bellied halfling with I would give him like a chef's hat, but instead he's just going to be in like a dad cap, baseball cap, as well as, you know, this kind of messy apron in front of him and jorts.
Is
And
it
he's
Dad
just-
Bod Dave?
It's kind of Dad Bod Dave. It's
Sorry,
not.
I just got
It's not
excited.
Dad Bod Dave. He's not wearing leather chaps and playing the saxophone, but he is gonna come in and he's just, Molly, did I hear you doing that? Don't go running outside unless we know anything can go on, dear. All right. And he's going over to tables and putting a tray down, then just like tossing plate, tray down, plate. Oh, hey, we
Hi.
got new people. You're not frozen, so is everything good outside, or do we finally have saviors, or are you just in need of help? Because Whispering Grove's open to anybody who's still breathing of their own accord.
We're trying to fix what's going on out there right now.
Well, that's great to hear. And he like wipes his like slightly greasy, like probably has some food on his fingertips from holding on the tray, hand on his apron, and holds it out. Name's Barnaby Hearthstone.
Hi, Nissa.
All right, well, if y'all are heroes looking to save the day, I assume y'all need breakfast.
That would
I
be
heard food.
wonderful.
What? food?
All right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do my specialty, short stack, and it's not because I'm a
Don't-
halfling. And he waddles
Don't
back to
don't
the.
touch water.
He turns back around. Do I look frozen?
I'm just.
But thank you very
I
much.
wanted to make sure.
My lack of cleanliness has thankfully actually kept me alive.
I don't want pancakes anymore.
I'm washing everything down in grain alcohol to disinfect. Don't worry, that first
Okay,
part
I
was a
want
joke.
pancakes.
I absolutely want these pancakes now.
Yeah, instead of water in the pancakes, we're doing beer. The carbonation already adds leavening to the situation. So we're instead of flapjacks, we're calling them hopjacks.
That's awesome.
I need these in real life.
We do have a special running on. I put butterscotch syrup on top. We call them hopscotch. All right, it sounds like everybody wants some hopscotch. Let's go. I'm gonna go make some
right.
food.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's hoppy ale flapjacks with butterscotch syrup on top. And that is where we are going to go on bio break for about 10 minutes.
Really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia because this ain't happening?
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game.
we are here. We got this. Let's go.
You're a time traveling corpse?
I don't. I apparently.
That is awesome.
Now this one wasn't me.
It's not our fault.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
Yeah, you cannot be.
He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Like that
Fuck you.
I knew we weren't gonna get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
Step one, you tell me I'm wrong. Step two, you say you wanna see it all the way through. Step three, you bring me down to my knees. Step four, you say you're walking out the door. You can't take it anymore. But where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running from. I tear my seams apart for you. You sell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel out every breath just like before. You can't take it anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
watchers don't do, and doers don't watch. So let's get to it. Let's get it done. You step it up a notch. We can do it. We can get it done. 'Cause we're doers, and doers don't watch.
All right, and we are live again.
Oh.
As we return, we come back in the Whispering Grove as Barnaby is dropping some piping hot plates of hot scotch in front of everybody.
Alestra digs in very messily, pulling out her own knife to cut.
I
Yeah,
wait until
these-
I watch other people take a bite.
And these short stacks are like fairly thick pancakes, like about close to a ½ inch per pancake and like 4 pancakes tall.
No, those are the worst ones, but it's fine. Anyway.
Well, they're being made with something carbonated, so they're going to be super thick.
Yeah. Sarah, once again, despite her roomed appearance, just uses her hands and just kind of like picks off pieces. She doesn't shove the whole thing in her mouth, but she isn't using utensils.
Oh,
Children of
Alestra goes
Woods,
on
who
a
has
rant.
utensils?
Barnaby
Alestra goes on
also.
another rant about delicious pancakes that she had once with the king.
Barnaby will also see everything and just kind of note, oh, there isn't any bread for the table, and immediately run off to the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, it's an all carbs day.
No, and he comes back with a bunch of beers.
I'm gonna have to do some treetop pull-ups after this.
We got invited to a dinner party and didn't get fed as well as this man is feeding us right now.
This is a halfling.
Yeah.
Amazing.
These are hobbits, okay? Hobbits eat.
I'm so glad we don't have weird blood food this time. It's all beer. Again, a theme, but I'll take this over the last ones.
But yeah, he will get back to working, and you guys can eat. You can talk about whatever you want. If you want to try and ask questions to people, you can.
I'm just gonna eat in silence for a little bit and just like listen in if anyone's having a conversation.
All right.
I do want to ask the stupid but kind of obvious question of why are people inside this tavern not frozen? And follow up to that, if we bring the frozen people in here, will they thaw because it's warm and welcoming and inviting?
Well, your one-stop shop for magical answers just had to go get food. So, you're going to say that out loud?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably ask when, Barnaby, right? Barnaby, not Barnabas.
Yeah, Barnaby.
Yeah, Barnaby. I'd probably ask when he brings over food and just say, hey, is this like some kind of safe haven from the frost? Is this something that could have you ever seen someone recover from the frost by being in here? Seems nice and warm compared to everything outside.
Yeah, we're keeping it pretty warm. All the people out there seem to be, I'm not a wizard kind of guy, but it seems like all these people covered in magical ice are kind of creating this building effect. It's gotten, like, it's not just people that are frozen out there. The whole town square is getting colder and colder every day. So we keep the fires running.
Bringing them in here would probably be a bad idea because it could.
I'm not sure about it. I do remember somebody was mentioning something about it, but She decided against it. She's still here somewhere. Oh yeah, over there, and points to a shadowy corner where there's a cloaked figure sitting alone.
Aragorn?
Yeah, very
Is that you?
Aragorn like, but in a red cloak instead of green.
It's a red cloak, and it's not red, hiding in a shadowy corner. Wow, someone's trying to steal the thunder.
But no, other than that, I think the whole thing is it seems like anybody who was dealing with water was dealt with. Luckily, it happened between services, so I wasn't cooking at the time. And pipes all froze up, so water can't even get in here. But really, it wasn't that big of an issue because you walk into a bar and you ask for a glass of water, everybody's going to laugh at you. So we weren't really keeping drinking water on hand.
Sounds like the perfect place to work at a time like this.
Well, it has worked out. However, everyone is afraid to leave. Therefore, no one is working and no one is making money, but that's fine because we are in a state of emergency, so I'm not charging anybody anyways. I feed them because I like to.
That's very kind of you.
You see it as kind, I see it as I'm doing the thing I like to do, so it's also kind of selfish. It's all about perspective. I just do what I do. I'm not doing it because somebody's going to tell me it's a good thing.
Well, thank you for doing it. And I kind of raised my pitcher of ale.
I'd like to go over to the table where the person is like cloaked in the corner.
Yeah, again, cloaked, you can't even like fully see her face. You just see it's like this dark red cloak and there's like curls of red hair kind of coming out from the cloak.
Excuse me. Hi. Seat taken?
No, you can take it.
Hey. Hi, I'm Nissa.
She pulls the hood back to see this woman with a pale complexion, scarlet red hair, bright red lips, dark eyeshadow, and kind of the smoky streak across her front. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Rosalind.
Nikki perks up. Is there a picture of this person?
I mean, I can
For no reason
generate one.
whatsoever.
Oh, that's actually not bad. Oh, perfect. We will post this privately because it is a stock image and I'm not paying the rights for it.
Oh.
But here we go. We'll use this for Rosalind.
Oh dang. Oh dang. Oh dang. Oh no. Oh no.
Right down to the finger gauntlets.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
And you can't see her eyes, but they're like an almost shimmering emerald green.
We've just been traveling for a while. You were gonna try and help with the alchemy stuff. I learned it was alchemical frost.
That explains it. Well, me and my companions were traveling through and, well, Barry the oaf, he decided to try and do a cannonball into the fountain.
Oh no.
Clyde went to pull him out, and, well, I went to go get a drink because, well, this isn't the first time they've done something like this when we went into town.
I'm guessing this wasn't just 10 minutes ago.
We've been in here for 3 days. Don't worry, though. Barnaby likes to help, and he hasn't really noticed why the fires aren't dying down. And as she does that, she weaves her hand, and you see magic come off of her fingertips as she's, like, kind of suggests, like, I've been doing sorcery to keep the fires lit.
She's so cool.
That's very kind of you. We're trying to figure out how to fix it, and hopefully we can figure out how to fix your friends and everything.
Well, I mean, I believe you could defrost them, but I've known them for some time, and some things are beyond fixing, but I love them all the same.
I understand.
But yes, if you can figure things out, that would be very useful. I have places to go, and, well, I've grown accustomed to those two oafs out there. I wouldn't want to find new compatriots. Also,
It's good to have friends.
yes, it is. It was rather cold out there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've been
It was
having
kind
to
of
work
strange.
harder to keep the fires lit each day. I'm a little worried things may be progressing.
I guess we better get working fast then.
I don't mean to rush you. I've been here 3 days already, after all, but it is to the point that I worry leaving the fires unattended. I don't know for certain what would happen. Your friend over there looks to be of the bookish sort. They may know what's going on. I was rather born into these abilities. Thing about being a
understand.
gifted youth, you don't learn how to study, so I have what I have and not much beyond. But I'm good at what I do.
That's good. I get that. Some things just come naturally.
Yes. Even some things that people may seem unnatural, but they're close-minded. As she gives you a wink.
I understand. I've been chased out of I just stopped keeping track after triple digits.
You gotta make the big gay dice
So-
gate game. Gay. Sorry, I got
I
Moss
know the
messaging me.
feeling.
I wanna see the lady.
Everyone wants to see the hot goth.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the whole group
I
is just
Googled-
hot
Like hot
goths,
Red
but-
Riding Hood goth. It's like
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got like the hot goths and Theo. No shade on Theo, but Theo's lobster boy.
Wizard Lobster Boy.
I'm
So
sorry.
There
I
is
mean,
an element of like Winzagoth kind of like
Yeah.
flair, but yeah, certainly not of the hot goth squad.
Look, here's the
trans
thing.
icon, but
Every-
certainly
yeah.
Lobster Boy.
Every group of hotties needs one
He's a
and-
Lobster Boy.
one attractive NB with a weird pet.
That's so true.
You need an attractive trans mask wizard with a
Yeah.
pet.
All right. So, she will gladly. Oh man, I could have made it meaner, by the way, everybody. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure.
That is perfect. If I wanted to go just distracting, this was my alternative choice.
Oh, dang.
Alestra would be very distracted, yes.
I mean,
For no reason whatsoever.
those are noises. Those sure are noises.
It's called gay
seems like
panic.
She seems like she would be cold though and needs to be warmed up.
That's
I
what
was
the
saying, no
fire's
wonder she has
for.
to cast fire so much.
Yeah. But
No,
yeah, if anyone wants to go talk to Rosalind, they can. There's also Barnaby. You did overhear the little girl was Molly, and there's several other like townspeople and stuff in here.
I'm still just listening for something interesting.
I mean, you overheard a whole conversation with a hot
Right.
goth.
Yes, but I mean like incriminating.
No, nothing
Incriminating.
incriminating right now.
Sarah's mostly worried about finishing this stack of pancakes, which is gone. It is absolutely gone.
As soon as it's gone, because you're dealing with a halfling cook, Barnaby's immediately picking up the plate. Oh, was it not enough? I can bring you more.
Oh,
sorry, I totally changed Barnaby.
Right.
Was it not enough? I can bring you more. There we go. That's Barnaby.
His whole
his
voice
brother.
changed because of Sarah. It's okay, that happens to her a lot. Yeah, she's gonna be like, I would absolutely just one more though, and I think I should be.
Yeah, no, amazing. I'm gonna fix you one more stack.
Oh, one more stack. Okay. Sarah's muttering to herself. She's going, I'm having to do so many tree pull-ups. So many.
Couple minutes later, he's gonna come back. He's just be like, it seemed like filling was an issue, so here, and he opens a bag and puts crushed up walnuts on top.
Oh, if I had a love.
For energy.
This is great. Thank you so much. Jeez.
Is he wearing a ring?
No, he is 100% a single dad.
Oh,
That's who Molly
Good to
is.
know. Thank you for letting me know.
But like Molly's half human, so it's gonna be like by the time Molly's like 12, she's gonna be taller than him. It's gonna be like normal sized girl with like the little round dad.
Oh,
I love him.
I want to turn to Theo really fast and ask, was it really cold in the library, or was it like just centralized around? I'm assuming you probably told us like about the librarian and stuff. Was it like really cold in the library, or did it seem like it was kind of more contained?
It definitely got colder as you got closer to the librarian.
Mm-hmm.
But the library also, you very much could tell the library had like a magical aura about it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was thinking like maybe if all of them are really close together, that like the opposite of superheating, just super freezes everything. So if we like, basically in my head, the only thing I can think of right now that Zarita would do, because she doesn't have burn, is like somehow lasso somebody and bring them somewhere. Like, let's take the problem and push it somewhere else.
As
I'm trying to
Molly,
figure out if you spread them out, it'll like make it less likely that it'll just freeze the entire town.
Molly has climbed up onto a windowsill and like used like some of her long sleeve that's hanging over her hand to like wipe fog off the window and look, and it's just, Daddy, it's snowing.
Oh, it's getting worse.
I think
year
we
is
should
it?
investigate that big manor.
We're
because
gonna
that
say
seems
like
to be where
August.
Corbett is.
Okay, yeah.
Like should not be snowing.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I'm not
seems
gonna
like
be that
Corvus might be
mean and
doing
just be
it.
like, you're all in the August heat, but it's gonna be like May.
Right. Just a month that it should not be snowing.
A month it should not be snowing.
Okay, Red's
Plot
just gonna,
inappropriate.
Red's just gonna stand up after like taking the last bite of pancakes and start like walking towards the door.
Sarah's actually also going to stand about the same time. Somehow, miraculously, the plate is empty again. Where it went, no one knows. You assume she ate it.
The thing is,
But
because
that's ridiculous.
it was filled with like, you probably put leavening in it and the carbonation, they were also very light and fluffy. So they're not sitting heavy. The butterscotch is probably sitting heavier than the pancakes.
Dude,
no, that's
I
a
want
lie.
pancakes
Butterscotch
so
is
bad now.
amazing, and I could drink a bucket of it. Anyway,
He actually does his butterscotch so dark it's almost a caramel.
Uh-huh.
I want pancakes.
But Sarah's gonna pull her hood up and kind of gesture to the entire crew, be like, we should probably, once we've gotten our fill, kind of, I know we're trying to get ideas, all that, but if it's all, things seem to be progressing quickly, we should maybe check out the place that we know we need to check out.
right. So is everybody heading out?
Yes.
Yeah, it is now cold, like very cold. The snow itself is falling like most heavily on the fountain, but it definitely looks like it's scattering beyond the town square as well. Not beyond the whole town or anything, but like buildings that definitely aren't part of the town square are getting snowed on.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up the pace.
I'm guessing this snow feels magical, right, Bobby?
Yes.
Cool. I share that. Theo's eyes just kind of glow green, and like some of like the veins on his eyelids like glow a little bit that same kind of like neon green that like is how his magic manifests. He's like, this isn't normal snow, guys.
Red's just doing a brisk power walk.
If it touches us, will we freeze?
Bruce holds out a claw.
Roll a d20.
Why would you have Bruce do that?
I didn't. He did it. 13.
13, Bruce is okay. But it'll be like, it definitely lands on him. And like as the snowflake melts from his body heat, it starts to create kind of like an icy shell, and he just quickly clacks his claw and shakes it off.
I put him in his sweater.
Well, I mean, he's a lobster. He should like the cold. Maybe not extreme cold.
I put him in his sweater.
Is it a yellow sweater to go with the blue lobster?
No, it's like a deep kind of like charcoal, like
Ooh.
Irish sort of like fisherman's kind of sweater.
Yeah.
Like it's a sweater that like he can wear.
Does it
under the
have a
water,
skull
and
cap to go with it?
Yeah,
How?
and it's like a beautiful cable.
How? Rachel, also I sent you something just
No, I
for
saw
you.
it. It's so fantastic. Oh, Theo knit it. Theo knit it with like tiny little 1 gauge needles.
Which is easy to do when you have magic to manipulate things.
Exactly, yeah. Oh my god, I wish I could do magical knitting.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like putting my hood up.
Yeah,
I
so
don't get
seeing
hit.
that happens, what's your guys' game plan to get through the snow?
Can I ask a clarification question on a spell I have? So it says that it imbues up to 6 nearby creatures.
That would count as you guys.
Cool. Okay. So I have wild aspect, which if I spend 2, I can have up to 6 of us, which we're all good. Have haste, and for the next hour, we can outrun any other creatures while traveling by foot. But by creatures, in this case, I'm hoping I can say
Outrun
the snow.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Cool.
It costs you 2 action points. It's a clever solution. We'll say it's not so much that the snow hit, but like as it's freezing, you guys are moving so fast that like it's almost leaving like little ice shell echoes that are collapsing behind you guys.
Nice.
Oh, that's so cool, Bobby.
You know, kind of like a shellfish molting type of situation. But yeah, with that, you guys can get through. You get to the outskirts of the town. There's a winding path with a sign hanging, like kind of posted in the ground, little hanging with an arrow pointing up that says Blackthorn Manor in like very elegant script with 2 roses with like twisting stems covered in thorns, and the roses and everything are just like burnt onto the wood, so it's all black.
Is it still snowing? Like up
Not where you are now. You've gotten past
Okay.
the snow, thanks to
Okay.
haste.
But the haste works for up to an hour, so if anyone
Yeah.
wants to just be like running around, like trying
Or
to
if you
ask
want to
questions
just get
really,
all
really
the way
fast, you're
up
still
the hill to
hasted.
Blackthorn Manor really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say, Nikki and Lonnie, both of you roll a d20. Whoever rolls higher will be the one to realize this.
Oh no.
I rolled a 16.
Okay.
You roll higher.
Okay. At this point, Lai, you're going to remember that your cart was parked in town, which was being pulled by your horse.
Oh no.
So now it's even more important to fix this.
Because we can't get out of here. Oh my god.
Oh, not because of the life of your horse.
Well,
we didn't even name him.
we were kind of hoping that, you know, we'd be able to save the day and everyone would get unfrozen and they'd all be fine and everything would be okay. So that's 100% was Zarita's going off of. She's not thinking like, oh, they could die, a frostbite. She's like, it's magical. They're gonna like,
they'll be
we're just
preserved till like the next heroes come through.
Exactly. They'll actually be 3 days younger than they should be. So like,
don't say
really
that.
confusing for
Ashton's gonna
birthdays.
run in there.
2 days is not enough for me.
How you gonna do it repeatedly?
Oh, that's so true.
I will make sure I turn to Alestra though and just say, oh my god, the horses. Like very fast though, because I'm hasted and I want to believe that my haste also works just vocally too. So I'm like, oh my god, the horses.
Hold on, I'll check it out.
Hurry
Go
up.
check the horses.
It's fine.
Little halfling, little short legs carrying me.
And just because since it was pointed out, the horse doesn't even have a name, which means there's very little emotional connection. The horse is now named Philippe.
No!
That makes me, I don't like that name. That makes me think that
give
horse
us a
does
name.
awful things. Philippe sounds like a bad person name. I don't
No,
know.
Don't judge
Philippe is a
Philippe.
good horse name. It's a good horse name. It means it's a good horse.
Philippe
I
sounds
trust
like-
Philippe. I trust him. I trust him in Beauty and the Beast. I trust him now.
It spells horse for Beauty and the Beast.
No, I know.
Philippe
Look.
has never been any. What is Philippe? What did he do to you?
He let her go down that dark path. He knew. Okay, he's in control here. She had no
she
spurs.
Made
Yeah, doesn't he
him.
like not want to
He
go down? And then
bucks
she,
trying
like,
to stop
spurs
her
him?
from doing
Yeah.
it, and then
Okay,
she
well,
makes
he
him
could
go.
have bucked harder.
He
He's
bucks
a
so
horse.
hard, but at the end of the day, he knows that he needs to respect the person who's riding him as she respects
He's
him.
a good boy.
It's a mutual respect, okay? And he's like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I at least need to let her, like, I need to let her do this, but I will go because I can get her out of there, hopefully. It wasn't
Should've-
his fault that there were a lot of wolves, okay?
I should have just named it Gunpowder.
And another thing, Gaston eating 5 dozen eggs and that woman not being able to afford 6 eggs. He's driving up the egg prices in this small French
That's
town.
not where
That
I
is
thought
a
this
really
was
good
going.
take. I like
thought
that.
we were going with the salmonella thing since we were like not cooked, but also amazing.
No,
But
doesn't
anyway.
the salmonella like raw eggs? Do raw eggs not have salmonella? I thought the
So
salmonella.
how eggs get salmonella is when they get cold and then go back to room temperature because they sweat, and the moisture can catch salmonella and it can transfer through the eggshell.
5 dozen eggs a day.
Also, I
He's
do
the
love
only one
that
who can afford eggs.
Gaston's greatest act of villainy was
That's too
capitalism.
expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. The woman can't afford 6 eggs. 6.
So the snow.
Gaston's out here having 5
Okay.
dozen. Having goddamn women.
This is so good.
Is the snow still coming down in the
Yes.
woods?
Yeah, you guys did not stop the snow. You just outran
Okay,
it.
but do the trees help protect
in the
us
woods.
from-
No, sorry. It's only coming
Yes.
down in the town right now.
Okay, so like as we leave the town and head up, we're now not having to
Currently.
do the Blue Streak speeds by Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to spin dash, you're allowed to, but
If we can be too fast for the naked eye, that'd be fine, but you know.
all
Want
right.
to see me go to that mountain and back? Want to
See
see
me do it again?
Fuck, that's a good episode.
All right. But yeah, so are you guys heading up to the manor? All right. You make your way up to the manor.
Should have dilly-dallied longer.
Shrouded by an eerie mist and surrounded by gnarled trees stands Blackthorn Manor, a foreboding edifice that stands as a testament to darkness and mystery. The manor, a grand structure cloaked in shadow, is the abode of the enigmatic and infamous mad scientist Corvus Blackthorn. Lightning!
So I need you guys to remember that I took a pact about kindness. So as the lightning is happening behind the manor,
It
so we need to
literally
remember
looks
to
like
be nice to this guy.
It literally looks like the Scooby-Doo house where all the bats fly out of it.
Yes,
Got it.
exactly.
I put one hand on Theo's shoulder and I point to my face and I go, "Justice." And then I'm gonna keep walking up.
Justice.
Theo blushes a little bit and then keeps walking.
All right. When you get up there, the front door is actually ajar.
Oh, so it's not a door, it's a jar. Sorry.
Boo. Oh, got you. Thanks for watching, everyone.
I have trapped players in snow globes before. I will do it to a jar.
We're done forever.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, I think yeah, let's sneak in, I guess. Red, do you mind taking point?
I turn invisible for half a second and then go out of
Do
it.
we really think with her luck that she should go in first? Okay.
I mean, it's not
I
bad
think she's
luck
got
if
as
it's
good a
done by
chance as
dumb
anyone.
decisions.
I'm using 2 points again so I can go invisible once
right.
again.
As you slip in, first of all, there's like wrought iron gates out front, a cobblestone path that winds through a neglected garden, twisted vines and exotic otherworldly flora. Basically, the garden is just Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Oh no. One of the gravestones of the Haunted Mansion is like one of my biggest fears. I don't know why.
But once you go in, within the manor, the air is heavy with an acrid scent, a lingering trace of strange alchemical concoctions and arcane energies. The grand entrance hall is adorned with macabre decor, taxidermied creatures in glass cases, shelves displaying jars filled with peculiar specimens, and disconcerting portraits that seem to follow you with their haunting gazes. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay. Does it sound like someone is in here?
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Because you don't have like sense magic or anything to like direct you. You just got to wander around.
15.
Okay, 15's a success. So going around, you eventually like skulking the halls and everything, you hear a bubbling sound. And like the buzz of Tesla coils. Just that bzzz, bzzz.
Got it.
Coming from a staircase heading down. Do you continue or do you go back and get people?
I'm gonna go back and get people for sure. Because my invisibility only lasts a minute, and I don't think it'll last all the way up there.
And you're just like run.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Were there actually bats?
There can be.
How convenient. I can turn into one of those if I want to.
Yay.
I want to adopt one of the bats.
So if we want to go in more and like experiment around more, I can just disguise myself as one of his just normal everyday house bats. I don't know if we want to do that though, or if we want to just go
His
in.
house bats. Sorry.
Does any of my death sense go off?
No.
Good.
That's not Frankenstein. Got it. I in very little words, I let them know that it's upstairs but still, we should be quiet when you go in.
So you would have immediately gotten this like unsettling feeling within there. Are more magically studious people who can sense magic and things like that will, once the closer you get, once you get in, will full on get that the aura of Blackstone Manor resonates an unsettling energy, as it's a place where the boundaries between science and sorcery have been blurred.
Nice. It's my forte.
Yeah. Though, essentially, Nissa and Theo understanding fully what you're seeing will kind of leave this area is just going to give you this sense of awe and trepidation at the same time. Like, definitely rules have been pushed to their breaking point here, which is not easy to do. And it seems as if not one rule has been broken, but maybe many. But yeah, so what are you guys tiptoeing through the mansion hallways? What's going on? I just need the bump. Okay.
Yeah.
Heading to the staircase that Red found, or something else you guys want to check out in the house?
I motion that there's something or someone up there, and then I let everyone else decide.
Yeah, down there, but yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
To the basement.
All right. So
I do we want to send Zarita in as a bat first?
I mean, it worked before. I don't see why we wouldn't have a scout.
Yeah,
Up to you,
might as well.
Zarita. If
Yeah.
you're all right with
I
it.
think that's up to Zarita.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine with it.
Okay, so you spend the points.
Yes, 2.
You become a bat, and you can kind of fly and sneak your way down. It's a dimly lit chamber filled with alchemical apparatuses, arcane sigils, and bubbling cauldrons. Shelves upon shelves of arcane tomes line the walls, containing the knowledge of forbidden secrets, probably that he lent from the local library. You see a man tall and thin with wild, unkempt hair, kind of bent over these books, trying to figure something out as he's working with something in a cauldron. He's wearing a tattered cloak adorned with arcane symbols. He seems to be completely just hyper-focused into what he is currently doing.
What celebrity does he look like?
Mad scientist
I-
Christopher Walken.
Why?
Ooh,
Why are you excited about that?
I don't know. There's something about Christopher Walken that gets me going.
The pulse.
If I
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I was. Oh wow,
Yeah.
Bobby.
It's very Christopher Walken a la Blink. Not Blink.
Hairspray.
No.
More cowbell?
No, not more cowbell.
Just name me everything I
go.
know that he was in.
There you go. There's your Christopher Walken vibes.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh.
with the bow tie and everything.
We're gonna give him the bow tie. Yeah.
He's
Fuck,
not
I
that
love
scary.
him. I love him.
It's just Christopher Walken as Bill Nye.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you think if we fall in love with him, then he turns into a beast after? Because I
Oh
would
my
enjoy that.
God.
immensely.
Oh, is that's this episode? If could I potentially like kind of fly and like kind of perch just like behind him somewhere, like maybe on a bookshelf or something, kind of just like nondescript, and see if I can look at what spell he's working on? I don't know if I'd be able to see if it was runes, but like if it just
Yeah.
happens to say anything about alchemist.
Roll a
frost.
d20.
Okay. My rolls have been like decent tonight, and I'm hoping that's not about.
Why would you do that?
end.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because oh yeah, I did it too.
Yeah. I was like, my rolls have been really great. Oh yeah.
No. I was saying I feel like it's gonna end because they've been good already.
So
So,
you rolled
like
a
it feels
2.
like it's about to end. Yeah. Yep.
And then the bat
Okay.
exploded.
So you have no clue. No, it's not a 1.
There's a bat gang.
Bats are
and,
blind, so it makes sense.
There's a bat gang, and I'm the new one, and they're gonna haze me.
Oh my god. I hate this.
Hey, you're the new bat in town.
Oh,
We got an
no.
initiation. You just got to survive 5 minutes, buddy.
That's when I use my animal form again to turn into a bear.
Oh shit, that ain't a bat. No, you're
And then I
you're not going to be able to
Not in my house.
see what he's actually looking at. You're not going to be able to tell at all.
Okay. Well, that's
He's working with
Okay.
ingredients and beakers and stuff. So
yeah.
you can
I
assume,
wouldn't.
but like what he's reading, no, you have no clue.
Okay. I fly back upstairs. Is there also an upstairs too, or is it just like full like ground level and basement?
There's an upstairs there. There has to be a bell tower. Like
Yeah.
there's 2 floors plus the like princess tower.
You all see a bat start coming back up and then fly right past you and go up the stairs. I want to see if I can like learn something more than just he's down there.
So as you're flying around, upstairs is much more of a mess and very cluttered. It's not so much hoarders vibes as like you can find his bedroom, which is currently full of a bunch of alchemy books and notes and stuff scattered around. But you notice all the other bedrooms seem to all be like he moves into a new bedroom and fills it with his hyperfixation. And then when he gets a new hyperfixation, he goes to a new bedroom and starts filling it with his hyperfixation.
Wow.
God, I wish that was me.
appreciate
Rich person
that.
goals. Rich person goals. This is my knitting room. This is my reading room.
That's my K-pop room. Please don't go in there.
I feel attacked. Anyway.
Same.
Look, wizards are neurospicy. Like, just
Listen, I literally own a kalimba for some reason. I don't know what convinced me to do that, but there is just a kalimba. I think I packed it up for when I move. But it
you know
used
what?
to be within
I
arm's
am-
reach of me.
I am going to have some sympathy added to him. You know, if you're not empathizing enough, that there's one room that the door is closed. And like there's dust on the doorknob, like it has not been touched in a long time.
Oh.
But on it there is a plaque that says Sarah with like a couple pink flowers on the plaque.
Sarah? I don't know where Sarah. Am I pointing in the right direction
What's
for
the,
stream?
the spelling of it?
Yeah, because we have a Sarah in the group.
You do. No, SARAH.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Wow.
That was about to be really creepy for a second. He knew you were coming. He was the reason it hasn't been touched is because he prepared it for you for when we finally brought you because he knew it was gonna happen.
It's your room.
It's
Oh, God,
yours. Go
no.
ahead.
Fuck, that's creepy.
Okay, so does there look like there like I don't know if I'd be able to understand any of the books, but does it look like there's a room that looks like heat, warm, anti-ice vibes?
I
And then
mean,
if not, I will go downstairs.
His study, the main room you guys were in, the bedroom, all have, and study, I mean like the library, all have lit fireplaces. And talk about rich people problems. Every bedroom he is like filled with a hyperfixation moved on has a fireplace that's not currently lit.
Again,
I appreciate this.
again, mad about it. I'm gonna go back downstairs and I think I only have a limited. I think we've already used it once, and I think we have 3. So I'm gonna turn back into a human, so I can tell everybody that he looks like he's really focused downstairs. He has a lot of hyperfixations. I don't know if any of them are specifically trying to solve what's going on outside, but
One room is just Beanie Babies.
I knew
got
it. Oh, I should have
investments.
known. I should have known.
With
And
tag
then I
protectors.
will say it looks like he was really interested in someone named Sarah. Not spelled your way, but Sarah.
Okay,
Do
so
you
like,
know how I spell my name?
I mean, I may
I've been
have
practicing
checked
your
the
signature.
tag.
Don't ask about it.
S-A-R-A. Is it S-A-R-A-H? No. Okay. Cool.
It was
Moving
on your name tag.
I
Yeah,
checked, like,
orientation.
At the dinner party, we were all wearing name tags. Remember?
Look,
you
you
also,
seem
like,
way too cool to have a normal spelled name.
That
also
is
on the
true.
back of your jacket in the little tag, it's kind of written in there.
Just a retcons my character. It just has tags.
Sorry, when you said the back of your jacket first, I was expecting to just have your name embroidered on the back of your jacket.
No, I was picturing like on the
like
tag
if
of like
lost, yeah.
written with like
Yeah.
Sharpie, full on. But Nissa is like, it's been a lot of restraint not going down there right away. Her curiosity is starting to get the better of her at this point. So she's
He
gonna
seems
start
like he's very
wandering pretty
distracted.
soon.
He seems like he's very distracted. If you're just really sneaky, or if you maybe pretend that you are like pizza delivery guy or an apprentice, that'd probably work.
Could we just like talk to him?
I mean, that did work last time.
But we are already in his house. Is that gonna be weird?
The door was open.
open.
And there's weird stuff going in town. We have many reasons to have just entered. We got a lot of leads to be here. Everyone said, go there.
Would
And
have just go out and knock.
well, that's what I was saying. I don't actually feel like maybe we should sneak in because
Yeah, that might be dangerous.
don't
Half
want
of us.
So
I think we could
the
lead
other-
with kindness and
someone
just
knocks.
talk to him. Yeah.
So we go back outside, close the door so it's not
No.
ajar, and then we knock on it.
No.
That might be more. I'm just gonna go, and I'm just gonna start walking downstairs.
Yeah.
I wanna hide in this room.
Roll
real
a
quick.
d20.
If you roll a 1, you hide in the fireplace. That's
No,
lit.
I got an 8. It's not great, but it's not a fail.
It's a mix. So, all right. Okay. You'll find out what that means later.
I'm not
Oh.
being sneaky at all. I'm trying to be like, hello, hi there. I saw the door was open.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the study's currently doing fine, Sarah. I'm just working down here.
Oh, okay. What's the study on? I'm kind of forgetful today.
Oh dear, it's the ailment. Yes, and he's like hasn't lifted his face up from what he's working on. I'm fashioning something new. We tried Alchemist Frost last week, but I couldn't get the results to work. So I'm working on a sleeping potion now. We're gonna try.
For who?
You don't need to worry about that, dear.
But there's people that are getting hurt out there.
Why? Well, yes. That's why I keep you here, dear, so things can be safe if people get hurt out in the real world.
I guess, but there was like a little kid out there, and
Did you make another
don't
friend,
think-
Sarah? That's wonderful.
well, I did, but she's not even allowed to go outside and play because
I
people
understand.
freeze.
Oh, is it winter already? And he's like working on stuff.
No, I think one of your experiments infected the water.
Roll a d20 with advantage.
Thank God, because that was a 2. That's better. That's a 15.
No. The cistern must have cracked. And he immediately gets up and he rushes past you.
I'm just gonna like move out of the way.
Is he like rushing just
Up
past?
the stairs to
I
us.
was
Up
like,
the stairs. Yeah, past you guys. Like, again, hyper-focused. Doesn't even realize you guys are there.
right, but like it's a castle, right? We
Out-
hear.
Yeah, he's running up, rushing. At first, it looks like he's like running towards you because he's running to the front door. Does
I'm still in the
anyone
fireplace.
do anything?
I'm following at this point, but other
Okay.
than that,
This is a good time to use intercept.
If you
I'll, like,
want
turn
to,
to
or
Alestra
if you
and-
want to stop
like, do we-
him.
Let's say, like, if we hear him coming up, I'll turn to Alestra and be like, should we stop him?
Is he trying to run away or is he trying to fix the problem?
All you know is he's running, like he ran up the stairs and he's running towards the front door.
Then sure, I'll intercept.
All right, how's that work?
Technically it's supposed to be like an attack, but
We can do a non-violent attack. You just have to roll a
Yeah.
d20 and you need an 11 or better.
well, it says like if they're about to attack someone, you can rush and intercept the attack.
Yeah,
I'm just using it.
I'll allow
differently.
it within these confines.
Okay. I don't have to roll anything. It just becomes they become affected by my provocability, which makes them angry at me.
So you go, you intercept, and he just what, kind of snapping him out of the hyper. What are you doing here? No, I need to get by. Something terrible may have happened. The town might be in danger.
It is in danger, and if you get touched by the snow, you'll freeze just as much as everybody else out there.
What happened?
I don't know what started, but the water is tainted.
I think a
Eat
spell of
ice
yours
cream.
might have gone wrong.
The
Or an
alchemist frost.
experiment.
Yeah, this one is a wet taint. Don't worry.
Don't ever say those words to me again.
The
I want to
alchemist.
leave. I want to leave.
The alchemist
We have a
frost.
lot
He's
of
just.
bad experiences
Oh.
with taint.
Oh dear, the alchemist. Wait. Oh, that's right. You wouldn't be Sarah. That makes more sense.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. Right now, if that has happened, we need to neutralize the ingredients. I was working on a cooling solution to chill the house's systems for the summer. It
Well,
was too aggressive. I put it in the cistern to be neutralized, but if it's leaking and it gets to the town, people could be in
it
danger.
has.
Oh no.
People have been frozen for like 3 days now.
At least.
I don't want to diminish the seriousness of this, but I'm realizing I probably need to eat. I don't remember the last time I did that.
Oh, do you need a snack? And I'm just gonna go and get into my purse where I have like these little like granola.
I took
snack
the ability
packs.
called Mom Bag.
Here.
Oh, thank you. And he's like gnawing on it. All right, I need to figure. Okay.
Sarah's gonna pull her hood super forward because she's just like, I
If
swear to
you
God,
s-
if this man asks me his my name.
You said there was snow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that means they're amplifying each other. We need to neutralize this quickly. I'm going to. And are any of you familiar with the arcane arts, specifically alchemy, if at all helpful? Oh, yeah. Young man.
Not even a little.
I know potions.
Potions are alchemy,
is
dear.
much more my specialty is much more in plane shifting and evocation, but I did take a semester abroad studying alchemy.
Okay. All right. Then I need your help if you can. It was never meant to hurt anyone. We need to
I
create a
understand.
neutralizing potion.
Okay.
Sometimes our best experiments go the worst. And it's up to us to try to rectify our errors. And we're here to help.
Thank you. All right. I am heading to my lab. Anyone who can assist. I don't know if it's affecting weather patterns. We're dealing with a cascading event.
Okay.
All right. So whoever's helping gets to roll a d20, because I am also rolling a d20, and we will take the highest of all the rolls. Because without help, this is going to be fully by chance.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see how Sarah could help in this situation. So he's ranger.
Anyone
I'd
who
love to
wants to help can.
Now, when you say want to, I would love to, but I don't really have any magical abilities. Can I still try?
I will say, if you don't have any knowledge with magic, you can assist someone who does to give them advantage.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can
puts
too.
his hand on Theo's
All right.
shoulder and
So
they
Theo
just
and
run.
Nissa both get to roll with advantage. Also, I get to roll with advantage because we have 3 people helping.
Ooh,
Oh, that
14.
made big difference.
13.
My initial roll was a 5, but my advantage roll was a 17. So our final outcome
Yay.
is a 17. So with a 20, we could fix it all from here. We did not get that. However, with this, he will essentially go, and once he finishes it, puts it in this thing, and fill a bucket of essentially water balloons. I'm going to spray some at the cistern, hopefully get it into the groundwater best I can. I need to dig up my drill from when excavation was a hobby of mine, but I need direct access to the town. So anyone, I filled these. Hopefully they should cover everything. We need to get as many people thawed as quickly as possible. Hopefully we can stop this before it becomes much worse.
All right.
I'm also going to need someone to deal with this. And he finishes like turning off a valve that's been filling something, and it's essentially a large bottle rocket to fire at the cloud for the storm.
I think we all know who's
So
going to want
who wants to
take
fire at the storm?
I would enjoy firing at that
And if you
storm.
get someone to help you, you'll have advantage.
I would take anyone's help firing at that storm.
What are the
Everyone-
other
That's true,
things that
you
we
don't
need to
wanna-
be doing?
You don't want
Everyone
to
else
shoot a
gets
rocket?
Everyone else gets to run around town throwing water balloons at frozen
Oh, I'm gonna
people.
help. I'm gonna help Red then. I'm no good. I'm not a good shot.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the water balloon specialist over here. That's, aim. I got that. Also, just the
Alright.
image of like Sarah with her hood up instead of like arrows just lobbing.
So
water balloons.
first we
Yes.
need the rocket dealt with, because you got to get that snow to stop. So I need you to roll with advantage. So you get to roll twice, take the higher result.
Oh, thank God we did that. Really?
Did you just roll
Yeah,
two
okay.
ones?
No. Wait, which one is this? That's a 6.
A 6 is a mixed success,
Okay.
which means you fire, but it doesn't hit dead center. So the storm does not immediately stop. It is no longer spreading, but now everyone who is out
Got it.
doing water balloons is going to need to make a check with advantage, unless we have haste again. I don't know how
It
people
lasts
are
for an
on
hour.
points.
Doesn't it?
It lasted for an hour, and I don't know how long we.
Oh,
Took
no,
to go back
you
and
would have
forth.
had to have made the counter potion and stuff, so that would have definitely been more than an hour.
I can do another another animal or oh my god, what was it called?
No, haste.
Wild aspect.
Okay.
It's the wolf wild aspect.
Okay. Then with that, we don't even need to worry about rolls with that. You guys can pelt the town with water balloons. And by the end of it all, the town of Evermore begins to thaw.
I just want you to know that Sarah went about pelting the town with water balloons in the most extra way possible.
Amazing. Blackthorn will be grateful to all of you. If you ever need assistance, he will be happy to it. The town of Evermore will welcome you as heroes. Barnaby
good. So we have
will
one enemy and one ally now.
Barnaby will let you guys eat at the diner whenever you want. And Theo, as promised, you will get a library card.
Oh.
Since you guys saved the day, rather than getting 3 action points, you all get 5.
Oh man, that's a mistake. I'm loaded up. I haven't used like a single one yet.
And with the end of the session, everybody
maybe
gets to take a new power.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
But as people are figuring all of that out, we will see how dealing with being welcome in Evermore treats you. There is still a traveling circus, which means there's reasons to venture out and make connections and meet new people, but you now have somewhere you can come back to. And with that, we will be back next week. Good night, everybody.